Hey guys, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. I hope you have your tickets ready because today I'm getting on the Astral Express. We're heading on over to miHoYoverse. The makers of Honkai Star Rail, Genshin Impact, and Here's a Themis, and actually a few other games, like I think Zenless Zone and all that, but we're only focused on Tears of Themis and Honkai Star Rail. I even today have my Artem shirt on. This is actually an official like shirt made by miHoYoverse. I used to buy a lot of Tears of Themis merch. I have a lot of Tears of Themis merch. But we're going to start our journey off in the Tears of Themis world, which, if you do not know what Tears of Themis is, it is kind of like a dating sim. Basically you play this main character and you can name it yourself, you know, kind of play like that in-person POV, but there's like a character actually to it. Her name is Rosa, and you are a lawyer, and you kind of get to do different cases and figure out a bunch of mysteries, so it's also beyond just a romance. But then you have 4 beautiful eligible bachelors that all have great things about them, and I've had their Nendroids now for so long, so I'm finally excited to talk about them. I almost kind of didn't because I've had them for so long and I've had them unboxed for so long that I actually don't remember all the details. And even Artem's box I actually have already put away, so I don't have his box to show, but I figure these are going to be our best ones. But if you're into dating simulators, but it's like not just focused on like complete romance and stuff, it's also a gacha game though. Like that's why I'm talking about how much money I've spent in that game. You pull for cards, like there's special cards for different events, different banners, different things, but there's so much to do. It's so fun. I definitely recommend if you are into those types of games for sure, because I feel like it's taking that genre but like adding so much more to it, so much more gameplay beyond just that, and you have like an actual really strong female lead, which I really love, so check it out. But like I was saying, we will go ahead and start with the Tears of Themis Nendroids. And here we actually have Marius. He is my probably second favorite male lead. He is a kind of, comes from a very rich family. He is like a very young kind of, I guess, CEO or like head high up person in his family's company, but he's also a college student who is really great at art, which I think I did mention art already, but he's really fun. He has like a really goofy personality, but like gets serious when it like matters. I don't know. It's super good. I really do enjoy his character. They call them under like these like different names. So he is a king, and you have on this a little blushing face. I love the outfit that they went for him too, because you can actually kind of change the outfits. These Nendroids have kind of their base style outfits that they like were first originally designed in, but you can also like in the game buy different outfits. Then you have him doing a little like, you know, the typical art like gauging thing. I don't really know what that does, but maybe an artist can tell me what that does. But little clipboard, and he's always just really smiley and goofy despite kind of like some of the trauma. Here he has, I believe it's maybe an ID or a card, I can't remember, and he has a little crown put on his head. He's just putting his hand out, and pretty simple poses. Like, you're not gonna get much. This is still kind of like a visual novel in a sense, so don't get a lot, but it's still really fun. And also I made sure that I got my Nendroids actually that came with the bonus, which is it gives you an in-card game. So like if you look on the back of like the actual like pull-out slot part of the Nendroid, there will be the bonus in the back that you can enter that code into your game and you get like a banner in the game with like the characters on it. So here he is. He might be a little dusty, needs a little dust off, but this is how I chose to pose him, and I think they did a fantastic job. What I also love that they did with these Nendroids is they released, or at least announced them. I think they announced them on the characters' like birthdays, so that's really fun. So they kind of did like the birthday order, because if I recall right, Artem was released first, and he was my favorite, so I was very excited about that. But I think they did such a good job. Like, it is overall a pretty well structured Nendroid, gorgeous hair, like kind of shading. I think they nailed their faces. Like, they did a really good job kind of making like the chibi design. You can kind of see his little like tucked in shirt. I don't know, they're just really fashionable too. I just think they really nailed all the details, and I love that the little crown just kind of like slots in, super nice. There's nothing on the clipboard, but you do just have kind of the pencil. Of course, they also gave the signature earrings on him as well. Alright, next I am actually going to talk about Artem. I, again, don't have his box, so I can't show you that, and I can't remember what all his poses are, but I do know I have B-roll of it, so I'm just going to play that through. But I think they did such a good job on Artem. They got his little tie clip, and like, just I love kind of the texturized like stripes onto his shirt, and I think they did such a good job with kind of like the detailing of his hair, and it just like looks really good. Like, I like it when they can kind of hide the seam lines within kind of adding like texturized look to the hair. The eye coloring is gorgeous, and his hand is empty because his book won't stay in. Like, it's fine if it's like just stagnant, but I do have him holding kind of like a law book because he is also a lawyer. He is your like boss, and kind of like, I think him and his mom, I can't remember, own the company that you work for, and so he is kind of like your lead boss. But like, I don't know, I just love Artem. I think he's such like a great character. I like his personality probably the most. I feel like it's like the most straightforward in my opinion, and I kind of do like the trope of like him being your boss. Like, I don't know, it just kind of works, and he's just gorgeous. He's gorgeous, and I loved every like storyline that he was in. He also does have a little iPad, nothing on the back, but, and then also a little pin. Alright, moving on to Ven, which he is whatever they call him in this, educator. I will say Artem is probably my like least favorite. I still love him though. Like, he's still a great character, and I like, there's some really good cards and really good stories of him, and I find him really interesting because he has like a very like, I guess I don't want to like spoil his like existence, but he has a very interesting background and past that he kind of like tries to keep secret for a long time from you. But he like does some teaching, but he's also like it's like a psychiatrist or something like that. He's like really high up with like the medicine and like kind of like mind stuff. So I do really like his character, and it's just very intriguing, but like, he's just not my favorite. Maybe it's just because of the character design, and I feel like at first I couldn't trust him. Like, I thought for some reason that he was like gonna betray everything, but he ends up being a good guy. Like, I haven't seen any like crazy betrayals other than like kind of lying about his past, which again, if you get into the story, you'll kind of understand. But here you can kind of do him with like do some poses without the glasses, which I like. Of course, he is in his little like doctor coat, always dressed very formal too. Him neither just touching his glasses. This one, he has a little pocket watch. Just put his hand out. Again, kind of touching glasses, and he is also a big tea person, so of course they gave him a little teacup. Alright, and this is how I pose him. He was actually kind of hard to put together now that I'm kind of recalling that, but he has great shading on his hair, and again, I think they just really nailed the outfits, and like the overall face structure and like their eyes. It looks super good. It was just really hard to get him to hold the teacup and like not look stupid, so it was just kind of like up high. Let's see if I can kind of lower that. Okay, I think I got it. Yeah, there we go. But yeah, he's only just kind of holding onto the teacup by the edge, but you can see a little tea in there. And of course, I don't know, he's just, again, a pretty simple like ninja. They got a little beauty mark on the side. I don't know if you can see it, but I think he turned out really well. Again, they just really nailed all of these. Alright, lastly, we have Luke, and he is also goes by Raven, and he is your childhood best friend that kind of disappeared at one point, because like at one point you guys actually lived together. Like, his parents, I believe, passed away, so he kind of moves in. You guys are basically raised together, and then he ends up going, I think, into like the military or something like that, or some like FBI stuff, and he ends up kind of just not talking to you for a reason, which again I won't spoil, but again, if you're into that childhood best friends to lovers type trope, you would really enjoy his character. He's just such like a little happy golden retriever, and he is adorable, so I do very much love him. He also has a little bird named Peanut, super cute, and he's like really good at like fixing and inventing stuff, so that's also a fun little side thing for him. He also likes to do photography and things like that. He likes like kind of the old, like he likes to also fix up like old cameras and stuff, so he has an interesting little story, and he's also just adorable. Like, he also has like, I don't know if yes, I forgot, they have like a faceplate, and I actually picked that because I love it. He has like kind of that little thing going on, which is adorable. So with him you get like the magnifying glass, because he is a detective. When you meet him, he is a detective. Him with this camera, and then of course his little leg thing, which looks so cute. Him like having a peanut on his finger. I think the bird's name is Peanut. I'm gonna be really upset if I'm wrong. His little cute blushing face, which is adorable, and then again little teeth, and kind of the same thing. Then him just kind of like so very basic, but I loved so many things for him. So he is kind of just a hodgepodge of everything. He also has this little key necklace, which is something you gave him, so he always has that on. I love kind of just like the little like pattern onto his shirt, and like I just feel like his little jackets and little rolled up jeans and boots look adorable. Of course we have Peanut sitting there, and then his little camera hanging off him with his magnifying glass. Like, this is seriously like the cutest face. Like, they did such a good job with the hair sculpt and everything. I believe he was potentially the last one that they released, so like I feel like they just really like spent time on it and they just nailed it, because he is probably like one of the best. Like, again, they're all super good, but like I feel like they just really popped off with Luke's. So he just looks adorable. Look how cute he is. He's a little golden retriever. It's just so cute. Staying on the Tears of Themis trend, we are going to talk about the Hello Good Smile Tears of Themis ones that they have. These are them in like a school uniform, so it's kind of like a younger version of them. But I am a sucker for, again, anything Tears of Themis, especially official figures, I'm gonna get. So I had to pick these up, even though I'm not a fan of like the Hello Good Smile like design overall. It's not really my thing. Also, these kept delaying for a really long time when I ordered it from Amiyami, but like they kept pushing out. Like, I can't even remember when they were supposed to release, but I ended up holding on because I did really want them, because come on, they're adorable. I feel like these are gonna be my first and last like Hello Good Smile, unless they do something that I'm like, yes, absolutely need those figures up. But I'm very excited to kind of see how I feel about them like once I like physically have them. So let's go ahead and unbox them. Kind of feels like I'm playing like one of those blind bags, because they just come in this like little package, and we'll just give them a little tear. And they just come with the little clear base. Okay. Here he is. Honestly, it looks super cute. I don't know. I feel like because also they do like a bunch of like mini games and stuff in Tears of Themis that like this just somehow fits like the aesthetic of some of the games that you play. But this is actually super cute, and I do actually like that you can kind of tilt their little heads from side to side. So that's pretty fun. This is actually really adorable, and I love the little school uniform. He's got like the little logo on him, and just kind of like a little slightly texturized top. Okay, this is actually really cute. Like, I just feel like you can just really tell like this is art of, and it's just honestly adorable. Super cute, kind of fun to open too, I'm not gonna lie. Again, don't think I will get any more, but this is an adorable concept. I see why people like them. Alright, next we will unbox Luke. This is kind of fun. It just scratches that itch of like wanting a blind bag. That's just fun. Maybe I'm just like scared to push them too much, but he's actually a little difficult to push onto the base. I do try to follow kind of like, because one of the pegs is like a little bigger than the other, which I like, because then it kind of makes it clear like, okay, this is how it goes. Like, I'm kind of struggling to get them fully on there, but it's not a big deal because you're chilling. But here's Luke, and he looks so cute. Oh my goodness. Sometimes they do like also like school themed like events in the game, so it's kind of fun. You get to pretend you're back in high school or something with the boys. But this is actually kind of really adorable. He just looks so cute. Honestly, okay, I kind of love him. I kind of do. Oh my god, they even made sure to put his little like key necklace on. That's such a cute detail. I love that. That's so good. Alright, up next we have Vin. Alright, and then we have little Ven, and he looks adorable. I just kind of love how they did his hair. I don't know, it looks super cute. He's got his little birth, or his little beauty mark on the side. I just love how he looks with the green. Like, I know that's his color, but like, just, it really works. And lastly, we have Marius. Okay, I'm gonna have to fight with him later. I'm gonna have to like try to like stretch his legs out because the pegs are just slightly too far to like actually slot in. So I'll fight with that later because I know that's gonna be kind of annoying. But here is how he looks, of course, with this cute little purple outfit. And he also has his special tag that says Z on it. Again, not gonna spoil it, but wonderful little detail for them to add. And he just looks, again, so cute. Like, I don't know, I just feel like this, especially him and Luke, I just feel like this like facial expression just really works and it's so cute. I'll say, overall, I do really like these. I think they're adorable. I think they'll look really cute on a shelf. And they're like not a bad price, so can't be too mad. I just kind of wish they would do also like the normal version and not like the school version, but I kind of get why they did because they already did the Nendroids in the normal. And I just feel like this still like just kind of works better with the overall aesthetic of the Hello Good Smiles, so not too upset. All right, let's all go ahead, hop on the train. Let's go on that Astral Express. Let's go explore some space. So we're gonna start with the Nendroids, obviously, and we have starting off with one of my favorite like original characters, like the main one of the main guys you're ever gonna meet. And I still love him so much to this day. I think he's still such a great character, and that's Dong Hung. And they just have normal him, not the Imbiber Lune version. And he's just adorable. Like, I think he's such a good character. I just love how he's like very casually cares and he's very nonchalant, and he has such an interesting history. Like, I think his story is really what hooked me into the game. So I was very, very excited when they released an Android, but for some reason I thought I ordered it and I didn't. And then by the time I realized that, he was gone. But if you didn't know, Hoyoverse, or Hoyoverse, whatever you want to call it, has officially made like an Amazon like storefront US wide. So I was able to snag him off of Amazon, like officially from the store. I know it's 100% legit, and he was still like retail price. So, and then I get free shipping because of Prime. So definitely check that out if you're still looking for some and you are based in like the US. I don't know if it's everywhere, but for sure the US, check it out. And so here we have him in him checking the phone. Always love that they add their phones. That's so cute. Him with his like little like staff. I don't know exactly what to call that, little stabby thing. This one was actually kind of hard to try to pose. Like, I have B-roll of it, but it does not look that great. Like, I don't know, maybe I was just picking the wrong arm pieces, but either way, you can kind of pose it behind his back, him just holding it out to the front with the eyes closed, and then a little leaf as well, which goes very much with his theme. And then you have the cross-armed one, and then again, just the leaf again. He's pretty simple, but I'm still very happy with it. With this, you only get, his mouth does not change. You either get closed eyes, just flatlined mouth, him looking straight on, flatlined mouth, or him like kind of looking like with his eyes off. So you're not getting much expression, but that is just Dong Hung, and we love him for it. But here he is in his little Nendroid, and I will say, these are some of the best, like, detailed, quality, like, controlled Nendroids I've ever gotten. They were really easy to assemble, really easy to put onto their bases, and the details that they put into it is insane. Like, if you look at just they managed to nail every detail into his outfit, like, even down to, like, just, like, the little wording on the back of his, like, jacket. Like, you're kidding. Like, the earrings, his hair is beautifully done. Like, again, I love when they detail the hair so well that you can't even see the seam line. He's got like his little like red kind of like eye makeup, whatever you'd want to call that. And I post him like this because I feel like that's just very true to his character. And he just has gorgeous eyes. I love a dark-haired, just blue-eyed beauty. And they just nailed it. Like, the amount of details that they put into his outfit are so good. Like, I feel like these are some of the Nendroids that I keep looking at and I'm like, oh my god, like, you don't even realize it until you like look up close, like, at every little piece that they added. he is stunning and I am so happy. But I am so happy with how he turned out. He is gorgeous. I will say his head is a little loose, but I feel like it works for kind of just like bending and moving around, but it still feels very solid. But I'm obsessed. They did such a good job. And then here is the actual, I do still have his little weapon out even though I'm not using it in the pose, which I think they did a fantastic job on that. The end does pop off so you can slot it into his hand if you are going to pose him with it. Okay, I guess we'll actually just go ahead and stay with the Dong Hung theme. And he ended up getting also a Nendoroid doll, which I don't try to pick up too often because I kind of find Nendoroid dolls annoying to put together. But this is so cute, and it's Dong Hung, and I just love him. This is the express travel version, so he just has this very cute outfit, and then his, like, got a camera and a little bag. It's super cute. Then you also have the little antlers you can put on that kind of represents his Imbiber Lunae version, and he's just adorable. Like, I mean, obviously you don't pose these like an insane amount, but he turned out so cute. And I also did get the pre-order bonuses, which includes, I believe this is just a badge, like a, yeah, it looks like just like a kind of a can badge, but it looks gorgeous. But then the other bonus was also these little like the more felt like these little antler situation. They're so cute. I actually didn't think I'd pose them with them, but I don't know, they looked adorable. And he actually was probably the easiest Nendoroid doll I have ever put together and even posed. Like, he was super like easy to put the clothes on, the shoes on, the socks, everything. He has these little socks, and those actually went on really easy. But if you kind of just look at the details of his outfit and his little bag, it just all looks so cute. I will say it was like hard. I can't get his hand to like line up to actually look like he's like holding the camera with both of them, which is kind of annoying. And you do, as far as I could tell, just loosely put his glasses on. Like, there wasn't really like a slot in the hair that I noticed that they would fit in, but I was okay with it. Like, I mean, they stay on just fine. And I mean, just come on, look at his little outfit. And he has like these little cuff bands that you kind of like, or I don't know if they're just like wristbands or not. Just put them on there, and I don't know. I just think he turned out adorable. This was, again, one of the easiest Nendoroid dolls I've ever put together. And he is adorable, and honestly probably would get some more. I actually do have the Aventron one ordered, which looks super cute, and I think like they have like pajamas and stuff for him, so I did get it. I do have that pre-ordered, so they're kind of suckering me in with these. But he turned out fantastic. Like, every little detail is adorable, and you do with Nendoroid dolls get two base options. Like, I think because there's magnets in his shoe, so I think he can stand on his own, but it's kind of wobbly, and I always choose the one that kind of wraps around their waist. I kind of like have to fix it because the piece is a little frail, but it kind of wraps around their waist. Or there is like holes in the clothes if you want to use kind of like a more normal like Nendoroid base, but like you just kind of plug it into the magnet piece, if that makes sense. So, but I personally like them just kind of being like held like a normal doll. So, all right, moving on, we do have the Aventura Nendoroid. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but I actually do adore his character so much in the game. I already knew I was gonna like his character, but like after getting like his whole story, background, everything, loved him even more. And his character design is gorgeous, and he's also such a good like kind of like health healer person in the game. I always have him on my team because he puts shields up. So he may not be the strongest like actually fighting, but like the shields alone are like a huge game changer. So I think he's worth picking up, like within the game, and then also this Nendoroid, but in the game too. But here he does come with the little kind of like oh my goodness, I forget what these bases are called, like for like, you know, people that gamble. I forget what these are called, but he has this kind of little base, and like that you just put onto the base, so it's like kind of like a little plastic thing, which if you are going to use this and you're looking for it and you're like, oh, it's not in my box, again, it is in the back side of the box. Like, you have to pull the whole like inside out and you will see it like taped onto the back. So check that if you are still missing it. Again, don't know why they don't advertise it more, obviously, but if you're looking for it, that's where it is. And of course he has his little glasses and his little hat. This is like, is this like, I can't remember what this is, but it almost looks like a perfume bottle, but I don't know what it is. Him just kind of, again, kind of more basic poses, again with the perfume type bottle. Then you do get the little dice that you can put in his hand. Him, I think, kind of doing like just a little like fingers out pose, and then him with his like just little hands up. So very simple overall, but like I feel like they execute it really well. I did also get the pre-order bonus, which is an acrylic stand, which I actually love because this is like actually really nice size and like seems like really good quality. So very cute, and I love the art. So right, and here is how he looks. This is how I chose to pose him. He is holding the little bottle, and then also in his hand you can stick the little dice that he comes with. They're just like these little blue die, and you get 3 of them. So you can put like 2 on the base and then 1 in his hand, which again goes with his kind of like signature move that he does. I forget what those are called, but he just turned out fantastic. Again, gorgeous hair detailing, and the outfit, stunning. They nailed every single detail down to his little heart chest. And then if you look really closely at the pants, even on the side, like in like the tan part, you can see like I believe this is an ace. But they really nailed the detailing, and he just turned out fantastic. Like I can't get over how well they did with the overall design of these. Like these turned out fantastic, and like this hat's staying on pretty well. Then he also does have this little hairpiece that you can pop out, which I think you like maybe you're supposed to when he has a hat on, but he's still like the hat still sits on there fine. So that's why I choose to leave it, because I really don't want to like potentially lose that little piece, and I just think it looks cute. So if I want to take the hat off, it can just already be ready to go. Of course, the guy has a little earring, and I just love the metallic detailing that they have all over his outfit, both in the blue and the gold. I just think it all turned out so well. Like I couldn't be happier, and I love the eyes. Like, or I guess the eye only has one open, but they nailed it. Like these are probably some of my favorite Nendroids, and I definitely think they are worth picking up, and they're worth the hype if you are interested in getting them at all. Like they're so good. They are a little pricey. I do feel like you're paying a little miHoYo versus tax, but they're so good, so highly recommend. All right, lastly for the Nendroids, we do have the girl herself, March 7th. I feel like they've announced it before, but like, you know, your nameless character that you play. I wonder if they've announced an Nendroid. I think they have, or if I don't know if they have any prototypes or anything out yet, but I feel like that's got to be coming up pretty soon. So then you can have like the main trio together, because you gotta. So here we have March 7th, and her box is kind of bigger, but that's because she's got an arrow. She's got her bow and arrow, so we gotta have that. So here she is doing just a happy little peace sign and holding her phone, which again, they have her like case on, which looks so cute. Gorgeous little detailing to everything. Her holding a camera, because of course that is so March 7th. Then her with her bow and arrow, her actually doing the little move, and you get the little like little arrow itself. Her actually really adorable crying face. And then again, these are kind of the same poses. You can also do kind of like the winking and her arm up, or again, same stuff. So not a whole lot, but like just enough that it like works. I did also get her pre-order bonus, which is this acrylic shikishi board, or just like a little art board, because I think, yeah, no, it feels like it's acrylic. So, but no, this is super cute because it has like little pictures that you have, like memories and things that you've done. Super cute. Right here she is herself. Again, the detailings that they have put into these outfits are so good. And her little camera actually can just sit on her hip, or you can like take it off and actually put it in her hand for like those poses. But I love that it just like pops on. Like that's super nice. You also get her like little necklace, little detailing, her little glove on her hand, and her eye is gorgeous. Then you got like, I think her little earring or a little hair piece right there kind of poking out. I will say I feel like her hair is kind of too light. I feel like it should have been a little darker pink, because it just feels a little too like white to pink. Like it just needs like a touch more in like the main part, because I feel like the ends are okay, but even then I feel like they could have made that a little different. But I feel like in terms of all of them, I feel like she's a little more lacking, which is a shame. But I can't remember if she was like one of the first ones that they released or like announced, so like probably trying to kind of learn how they want to do these. But even then, she has a gorgeous, again, hair detailing that makes the seam line blend in nicely, and just every little detail on her outfit is perfect. I'm very, very happy with her overall. I feel like the more I look at her, the more I start to like her, but because at first I was kind of like, ooh, I feel like they didn't do as good of a job, but she grows on me more and more. A little close-up of her phone, which I love so much, and I hope they keep giving all the characters that have the phones a phone with their little back, like their little cases, because that's such cute detail that every single character has like their own little case. Donghan just has a plain black one, so they just had a very simple one, which is very fitting for him. All right, moving on to actually one of my first 1/10 scale figures, and it is Tingyang. I don't know if I am saying her name right, but I do overall like a lot of these character designs too. She's not like my favorite character, so can't recall too much, but the designs are just so cute. So very happy to have this. This is actually by miHoYo, and it's their Gift Plus version, which I'm loving that they're doing, because this is like more affordable, like still like detailed figures, because she's like, what, maybe 40 bucks, I can't remember, but really cheap, like really decently like affordable, and I feel like this is like just the perfect size of what I would need of her character. So they're actually like also doing a bunch of different, like I think they have like a bunch like lined up. I'm trying to remember, I'll put it on the screen, the ones that I'm talking about, but there is also a March 7th one coming out of her in like her little special outfit, which is so cute, and I can't wait for it. But yeah, I'll put those on the screen, but I'm very excited. So, and miHoYo does an amazing job, so you always know it's gonna be good. Here's how she looks in her blister pack. Super cute, super tiny, but like I feel like she's still a really good size. All right, so I do again love a simple base. It's just so good, like it's just exactly what I need. Like, it's perfect. It feels like kind of these simple bases give like the figures more of a chance to shine, but like they still really kind of elevate, and I feel like take the figures to like the next level without like overtaking them. Okay, she's good. She turned out so good. Honestly, not a bad size. Like this is pretty good. I am obsessed with the detailing on her, and her face is actually done really well. Oh, they even have some gorgeous shading to her hair, and I just love all the details and like the flow of her like tail. Her little gold shoes down to her kind of like little socks. I don't know if this is part of her shoes or their socks. And of course she has her like little like kind of I guess like fan weapons. I can't remember what her weapons are, but they still look so good nonetheless. Oh my goodness. No, she turned out great. This gives me very, very high hopes for the rest of them, because again, such an affordable figure, just done so well. Like, she is gorgeous. Like, look at you can even kind of see like they got the gradients of like the ends of her hair. Beautiful. Like, this is a stunning piece. Oh my goodness. Oh, her face is so good. That was like the one thing I was more like really scared about, but like they nailed it, especially with their little ears. So cute. All right. Lastly, we have the piece de resistance to unbox, and that is the gorgeous Fu Shuan? I'm probably butchering her poor name. I will say she's not my favorite character, so I kind of was like zooming past some of her story, but she's a gorgeous character, so that's why I had to get scale figure. This is a 1/7 scale by Apex, and they're pricey. I will say all of the Honkai Star Rail figures have been pricey, because I basically have them all pre-ordered, so I'm not looking forward to paying them, but they're stunning. I will say they really put the details into it, and she looks amazing just from in this box. I actually originally canceled her and then pre-ordered her because she kept getting pushed back, because she fell in a month that I was like, I can't afford it, but then she got pushed back enough. I'm like, hey, throw her in, I can afford her now. So she's delayed for quite some time, but I'm very excited to finally open her up. She looks gorgeous. I will say her Even though, again, not the biggest fan of like her character, I think she's fine. Her character design is just gorgeous though, so. Also, real quick before I forget, I did get her pre-order bonus, which is just a shikishi board. So, cute though, but I'll take any bonuses I can get though. Here is how she looks in the blister pack. Real quick, this is her base. It's kind of cool, I kind of love it. Like, the little like symbols on it too. I don't know, it's kind of a vibe. It's kind of a vibe. And then we have the gorgeous girl herself. Ooh, she looks good. Wow. Oh my gosh. She's beautiful. Oh, she's beautiful. She feels a little delicate, so be careful, but she's stunning. Oh my goodness, look at her face. Look at it. Look at it. Oh my gosh. Ah, the flow of the outfit. Oh, yes, yes, she is slaying. Oh my god, the details onto like her like tights. So good. So good. I know gold like paint can be like a problem on figures in the future, but like it just looks so good. Like I almost don't care because it just looks so good. And I personally haven't had any problems yet, so. Oh my god, look at her shoes. Oh, look at the back of her hair. Oh. Oh. That was worth the delays. Oh, she turned out so good. Oh my goodness. Oh, the little like even like the little moon coming off of this. Look on the back. Oh my gosh. That's like a little like translucent like little bell. Then if you kind of look at this, like you can kind of see like how well that's done too, and like the little gem on her forehead. Oh, she looks good. Oh my goodness. Oh, and if you look really close at like some of these like I guess like ribbons coming off, you can see like how they're like delicately painted. Oh my god, you can even see like kind of like the little like, was this like astrology looking stuff? Oh my goodness. Oh wow. I can't get over it. Like even like just this hair is beautifully done. Oh, this gives me high hopes for the rest of the figures coming out. And then some of these little bits have like kind of glitter on it. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh, we gotta put her on the base. I'm blown away. She looks fantastic. She was worth the delay in my opinion, and also worth every penny I spent. So, and there we go. Oh my gosh, the flow. It just, even with the base, the flow of everything. This is insane. I cannot wait to do closer like pictures of it and videos. Look at her hair. Oh, this is stunning. Like, I'm like kind of speechless. She turned out even better than I like anticipated her to. Oh, I'm so glad I ended up getting her. She's fantastic because I definitely would have started like hunting for her if I would have saw like, because I kind of like try not to look at like pictures too much of some of the figures that I'm getting because I like to like be really surprised and form my own opinions. Oh my gosh. No, like the quality on this is fantastic too. They nailed every little detail. I'm so impressed. Oh my gosh, she's definitely worth picking up. I don't know what her aftermarket is sitting at. I think she's still available like on like Ami and stuff. I could be wrong though. But she's worth getting. Holy goodness, she's gorgeous. Oh, I'm so excited. I feel like I'm just gonna keep finding like more and more details. Like even if you kind of look, you can really tell that this is kind of like a tight, like tights on her because they have those like little ruche kind of detail. Like, you know, like when you have it like, it just like naturally kind of flows to your body. This is so good. This is so good. Wow. Oh, I love her. She turned out fantastic. All right, guys, that is all I have for you today. Let me know in the comments who's your favorite, just any miHoYoverse character. Like, could be from Genshin, could be from Honkai, could be Tears of Themis, just anything. So let me know in the comments, and thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.